So you just picked up brain rot and you're new to it and you don't know what you're doing and you need a little bit of help. Well, you came to the right place. I'm here to show you how to get started in brain rot to make it a little bit easier for you. So let's go ahead and get started with a new game.
Uh, bro, get over here, quick!
What now?
Look, I think it's dead.
Oh, poor fella.
We should scrap it. Dibs on its hands.
Probably.
Oh shit! It's alive!
Incredible. The spark still seems intact.
Ah, pity. I mean, glad you didn't turn to charcoal, dude.
How are you feeling? Any screws loose? No? That's good.
Welcome, Scrappy, to my empire.
Don't mind him. We're building a shelter here. Surviving the scorch and the rot seems tougher than you'd think. We could always use an extra set of hands.
Hey, I recognize those fingers. You're a builder. Now you gotta help me build cool stuff.
Well, if you want to be useful, take this. It will come in handy. In case your memory chip got fried, we have a book of blueprints on the desk next to us.
And if you have any further questions, you can ask me, your new boss. Now, build me a throne, Scrappy.
Here we go again. You're no one's boss, Biggie.
Yeah, well, at least I know how the cursed elevator works. Stupid.
Now that the intro is over, let me give you a quick tour around the facility. Here we have the wardrobe. Upgrade this room to unlock cosmetic options, and I'll show you what that is right now. You go over here to this mannequin and it's going to show you the cosmetics. You have body colors. You can change different colors of your body. You have your spark colors inside your chest. You can change those colors as well. So we'll use a yellow, and then eyes, you can change the eyes. This is more so for multiplayer when people are looking at you. And then we have the hats. I've unlocked all the hats, but you won't have them. Also, I have all the badges. You're not gonna have these. You're not gonna have any until you get to I forget the first level that gives a badge, but you can put your badges on in here. Also, I'll show you what the spark looks like once you leave your body. You press R default on the keyboard to leave your body, and your spark has a life. If you see down at the bottom of the screen, your life is going down. Your spark charge, once it goes to 0, you will die. If you're down in the deep layers, you'll basically lose and you have to come back up to the surface with nothing. This right here is going to be the training hall. Upgrade this room to permanently increase your attack power. Right now it's at level 1, so my attack power is at default. And then we have this room right here. This is going to be the Hall of Resolve. Upgrade this room to permanently increase your maximum stamina. Right now our stamina is at 100. And this is what determines if you can run or jump. So as I jump, I lose about 11 stamina. If I run, I lose stamina over time. Once I get to 0, I can no longer run. I can still jump, but I can no longer run. And then over here we have a gumball machine. And these are gumballs. If you have the artifacts, which are these right here, you can put 3 in here, pull this lever, and then get the gumball from right here and put it over here, and you'll get an item. I'll show you that in a little bit because it's actually one of the missions. In this room, this is the Hall of Vigor. Upgrade this room to permanently increase your maximum health. Again, our health is down here, is at 100 as default. And then we have merch in his weapon shop or his item shop. Upgrade this room to unlock stronger weapons and utilities. Right now we are at level 1, so we have use of these basic utilities like a knife that you can use to cut things, to kill things, fast enough to make up for what it lacks in durability. Then you have a broom for sweeping up the dust. This is a tool that's only good in the outpost. Don't take it down in the deep layers. It's not useful down there at all. Once you get done using it up here in the outpost, it's absolutely useless. Then you have, more knives and brooms, and they basically, they can refresh. If you put 50 coins into here, then you can refresh this whole thing and then get something else. There are other things that you can get in level 1, but right now all we're gonna need is this broom, but I'll talk about that here in a minute. You have Biggie here, who's gonna be your quest giver for the most part, and then you have Merch here, who's gonna give you a couple of quests, but he's basically just a merch guy. Let's head on downstairs. Downstairs is the basement. Upgrade this room to reduce the chance of blank elevator rolls, and I'll show you what that means here in a minute. So this right here is going to tell you your high score, the highest level that you've reached in the deep layers. This high score is from Biggie. You don't have one right now until you go into deep layers. Your high score is 0. Here's a compass, a free compass. You can go ahead and pick it up. You're not going to really need it, but why not have it anyways? This is a weapon and item rack. If you have items such as your compass or your hammer, you can place it here whenever you're not using it. If you want to go to deep layers and you don't want to take it with you, and if you fill this whole thing up, you might want to do a scrap run. So you might want to focus on getting hammers and stuff. But let's go ahead and I'll show you what to do first. First thing you want to do is talk to this guy, Biggie.
All right, Scrappy. First things first. Biggie's empire could use an upgrade. Since a few minutes ago, that's now a you problem. Start by cleaning the floors and patch up the walls. You know, basic stuff. Turns out living in a dirty home is bad for morale. Merch got the good stuff. Cleaning supplies.
All right, so you heard him. Biggie wants us to do a fixer-upper. He wants us to fix up the area. So this is the tools that he's talking about. You're gonna want to grab this. We have 50 gold, so we're gonna take 2 of these. And what he wants you to do is clean up this dust. But let's say that you press spacebar and you skip past all his dialogue and you don't know what to do. You can't go back up to him and ask him,
Yo, what's up, Scrappy?
because he's just gonna tell you about this stuff, which has nothing to do with what he just told you to do. If you want to know what he just told you to do, you go over to this clipboard right here. Fixer upper, acquire a broom. Did that. Remove dirt piles, 3 of them. Repair a broken wall with scrap. So we're going to do all these items. Also on the table, they told you about a blueprint. This is the blueprints. You have a wall light and chair. They give you those for free. And there are 35 plus 3 legendaries. These 3 are legendaries. And I'll show you how to get those again. Here is how you invite your friends. You click on this and it'll bring up your invite window and you can do all that stuff. This right here shows your stash, how much artifacts you have, how much gold you have, and how much scrap you have. Scrap can be gathered by destroying constructs used to build new ones and repair the outposts. Gold is found scattered across the world or produced by grinders used to purchase items and upgrades. Artifact coins is a rare currency found in a deep layer used to unlock new constructs and blueprints. Underneath the table, you'll see here is a piggy bank. Now you can put your weapons and items away, and then you can press the right click button to grab things and pick them up. And what you can do is you can either smash this on the ground, or you can punch it with your hands, or you can use your mallet to break it. And then inside you're going to find gold coins. So let's go ahead and pick up those coins. And if you get enough of them, you can afford another broom, because you're going to need one, because you're not going to be able to do everything you need to do with just 2 brooms. But we're not going to worry about that right now. What we have here is a viewing toy. In order to pick this up, we need to drop something out of our hands. In order to drop something out of your hands, for me, it's the middle mouse button. But you can go to your options, go to key bindings, and then go to drop item. It's the middle mouse button for me, but I know some people don't have a middle mouse button on theirs or even a scroll wheel. So for that, you just come to this key bindings and they'll tell you exactly which button it is. But if you do have a middle mouse button, just go ahead and press it. Also, what you can do is you can press and hold it, and that way you can throw it. Now you can pick this up. If you look inside of here, it tells you some survival tips on how to survive the deep layers. I'll let you go ahead and look at that. Pretty much going to tell you everything that that thing is telling you anyway. So if you go out here, once you go down those steps, you're going to start to burn. So you got to be very careful. But I'm going to go ahead and show you something. So in order to sprint, you're going to want to press your left shift key to sprint. And that's important to know right now because I'm about to go outside and sprint. So what you want to do is you're going to run over to this cave as fast as you can, because you see that burning is dropping down my health. So once you get inside of this cave, you're going to find another one of these little toys. It's going to teach you some more tips. Part 2 of surviving the deep layers. Now this is going to teach you some stuff. You can look at this if you want. I don't need to see that. I'm actually going to tell you everything anyways. One thing it does tell you to do is to hold down the sprint button so that you sprint. Make sure you have nothing in your hands, and then you're going to want to press spacebar to jump. So hold down sprint, run forward, press jump, and then press the action button, and you can do a drop kick. That's what this thing tells you, but I just told you, so now you don't have to worry about it. This right here is called repair glue. You use this with the left click button for your friends or your items. You can heal items with it, and we'll get to that later. Or you can press the right button to heal yourself. You see how I have damage done to me? Another way you can heal yourself is to lay in a bed. This is the bed, little cot. You lay here and you'll restore 2 HP per second. So we're going to go back out to the house now. Also, real quick, just a bonus. This is a picture. And if you look in the picture, you can look through other pictures that are scattered throughout the world. So you just saw me looking at myself in the picture. So if you want, you can tactically set up those pictures to look at things that you want to keep an eye on. But what we're going to do is we're going to wait till our stamina gets back to max. And then we're going to rush out to the house. Remember, we have this bottle. If we right click, we can heal ourselves. So it keeps us alive as we're running through this scorching desert. So we're good on this porch. As long as we don't go to the corner over here, we just pretty much stay back near the door. There's some other things out there, like that house and that little house and then that radio tower. We'll get to all that later. But for now, we're going to focus on what Biggie has us do. Oh, also, right here, it's a lost and found. If you were to reload your game, there is a chance that your inventory down here, your little quick selects, will be empty and your items will no longer be in your possession. If that happens, look in here and they'll probably be sitting in this box here like that, right? Okay, so that's the lost and found. And Merch will tell you about that if you ever ask him a question. But for now, we're going to do what Biggie told us to do. Biggie wants us to clean up the dirt piles. So we're going to clean up 3 dirt piles. That's 1. That's 2. Sometimes you'll get gold, but don't rely on that gold. It's not a good chance. As I just got another one. And another one. And another one. Okay. So that's all done. And it also says, I'll show you again. To repair broken walls, just go up to a window or a ceiling or a wall, crack on the wall like this, and you just use 50 gold to repair it, and your quest is complete. Once your quest is complete, you talk to Biggie, but in case you didn't know that, you can go here, return to Biggie. Now Biggie will give you your next quest.
Hey, nice work! You're more useful than my original calculations.
Now you talk to him again.
Time to show you the weird part. That body you're wearing, it's just wood. You aren't. Go on, step out of it for a second. You'll be fine. Hey, probably. While you're just floating around, take a good look at a few things. You'd be surprised what a spark notices that a builder doesn't.
So what he wants you to do is jump out of your body, which is R by default, and he wants you to look around. So if you press and hold the right click button on your mouse, you can actually examine things. And when you're doing this, you're actually moving slower. As you can see, I'm moving pretty quickly now. But if I press this, I move at a really slow pace. This does not freeze or slow down time, by the way. So do not think that you can save yourself by doing this. It just slows you down. And I'm staying next to Biggie because Biggie will keep my spark from going out while I'm looking around. Obviously, you're not going to be relying on anything in the deep layers to keep you alive. So you're going to want to do what you got to do really quick and just examine things really fast. Also, what you can do in the spark mode is you can press and hold the right click button and then press and hold the left click button at the same time and then release it, and it does damage. So that's how you can help your friends in the deep layer once you've lost your body, or if you just want to jump out of your body to help them out. So that's what he wanted you to do, so we'll go talk to him again.
Ha! See? Told ya. Being a spark has its perks. Your body does the heavy lifting, but you're the curious part. Keep your eyes peeled. You'll never know what you discover. Now, pay attention, Scrappy. That mallet Merch gave you, it's a demolition tool. Not as effective against the corrupted. Use it to smash some of the weaker constructs around the outpost. Then, use the scraps to build a few fresh ones. That's the builder's way, Scrappy. Break stuff, build better stuff. Now, get swinging!
Alright, we have our next mission. We're going to use this mallet to break things. And I'm going to show you again on the clipboard. Scraps for Scrappy. Break poor quality constructs. Build new constructs. So let's do that real quick. We're going to break this. Go ahead and pick this compass back up. And we're going to break this one as well. Everything in here, we're going to want to break. So I'm going to show you real quick again the picture. See, I can see what I saw before. This is where I was at before. But we're going to break that. Because everything is supposed to give you experience. This gives 0 experience. Anything that's already in the game when you start the game is going to give 0 experience. So that's why he wants you to break it, because it's worthless. But if you press tab, you go into your build menu and you can select an item such as this light right here. So we're going to put this light next to this light.
Alright, that's actually kind of sick.
And then if I go, I'll show you again. This does 0 XP. This one does 3 XP because it's the one that I built. So you're going to want to break pretty much everything that you didn't build, because it's virtually useless to you. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm only going to break the 6 that I need, and then I'm going to go ahead and build up some more stuff. You can make it pretty. I'm just doing this for the sake of the tutorial. So I did my 3, and now I'll go back here. What does it say? Return to Biggie.
Nice! Fresh upgrades! The outpost is responding already! The more you build and improve a room, the more alive it becomes. And we'll feel it too! Alright, time to put you to the real test. Head down the elevator in the basement, grab what you can, and make it back up in one piece. Simple plan. Doesn't usually stay that way. Remember, you're not helpless down there. A few well-placed constructs can help save your wooden arse. Just gather some scraps first. May the ancients be with you. Just kidding. They all left.
Alright, so he wants us to go down to the elevator. And again, the clipboard tells you what he wants you to do, survive the deep layers. So what he was saying about the constructs is basically you can build things to block enemies. They will destroy them, but it will slow them down. There are some things down there that are indestructible, and some things that are hard to destroy but are not indestructible that you can use that are better. But he said to grab some scraps first, which means the thing that you see here on the right, it says 30 and it's lit up in green, and you get these scraps again from destroying items. So now I have 244, 254. Now I have 269, and I can use those to make things in the tab menu. And you can do furniture, decor, utilities, or just all most people, at least me, I keep it on all because there's not a whole lot of them anyway. So we just keep it on all. Unless you look for something specific, then you can do little tabs. You can also change the color of the item. So if I want to put a chair down, I can put down that brown chair or the black chair, sorry. And I can put down this red chair or I can put down this green chair. So you can, do some fancy stuff. Same thing happens if you try to use a light, which is where it gets a little bit more fun. You can do a green light. You can do a red light. You can do a yellow light. So now you have your own little traffic lights.
Looking for something useful?
But I'm not going to go downstairs yet. That'll be in the next video when I show you how to survive the deep layers. Right now, we're just going to do all of the missions up here.
Welcome to my workshop. Oh, where are my manners? I didn't properly introduce myself earlier. I'm Murch. I handle, well, most of the complicated things around here. I have something for you. Take these. Those are artifact coins. Put them in the ball machine in the other room, and it'll give you a random artifact. Place the artifact in the opener. You'll then get a construct blueprint of it. What kind? Well, that's part of the fun. Go on, give it a try.
So you see that right here? It just popped up. That's an artifact coin.
Good luck out there.
He gave me 3 of them so I can try it out. And this is where I said I'll come back to it. And you put those 3 in here, hit this, get this. Oh, I have stuff in my inventory. So we're gonna go ahead and drop that and then put it in here. And I got a rare item. Got a mat. A blank carpet. So now if I go to my tab, I can do a blank carpet and place that down. So once you get done doing that, you talk to Murch again.
Stay a while, and well done. I'm glad you found your way here, my friend. We will build something great together. Here, have a few more coins on the house.
So now he gives you 6 more coins. So now you can do 2 more gumballs. Go ahead and grab that, put it in here, get another one. And what do we have? A chair. So what I just got, you might not get. They're random. Epic. So the bed. The bed is one that you definitely want to get. And I'll show you more of it in the next video when I go down in the deep layers. But the bed is really good because it allows you to heal. As you can see in the corner of the screen, I have 72, 74, 76, and you get 2 every 1 second. So you keep doing this until you get to max health. Right now, my max health is 100. But you can, of course, like I showed you before, once you use the rooms, this room right here, you can get your health up. So if you want to increase the level of the room, you just place down some furniture. And actually, some furniture has a bonus. If you put it next to something else, for example, this light might pair well with this chair, which I don't know if that's the case, but that's just an example. So as you can see, this light gives 3 experience and this one gives 6 experience. So together they give 9 experience. But if it's a good pair, it might be 3 and 6 plus a 1 for pairing them. So you might have 10 experience or something like that. Something to that effect. Again, I'll show you that in another video because right now I don't have any scrap. So I can't really make anything. In order to get scrap, you have to go to the deep layers, which will be the next video. So as of right now, that's pretty much the outpost and everything that you need to do in the outpost before going down to the deep layers. And I'll show you where you go to the deep layers. If you don't remember from earlier in the video, you're going to want to go to this elevator. In order to go to the deep layers, you press this button here and then the elevator will go down. And I'll show you what it looks like. I'm not going to actually go in there. And then what's going to happen is that thing right there is going to cycle through some symbols. And then that's basically what you got to deal with. But we're not going to go in there. What is going to happen is if you do let the elevator go and you're not in it, what ends up happening is you reset the store. You see how I had 2 brooms earlier taken out? These all got reset. So now they're all back again. And now we have a new weapon. It says Rust Bonk, which is a weapon that you can take downstairs, which is better than this knife. I never used the knife. But if you do need to reset the store, you can hit the elevator and then step out of the elevator and it will reset the store. But be forewarned though, it will also reset the floor, not just the store, but the floor. So as you can see, this is floor 1. So if you get to floor 5 and you step in the elevator, press the button and step out, it will reset to floor 1. It'll also reset the store, but it'll reset to floor 1. So if that's not what you want to do, be careful. If you want to reset the store without resetting the floor, you just use the tip jar right here for 50 gold. And that's all I have for you today. If you guys have any questions or any concerns, just go ahead and put it in the comments below and I'll make sure to answer all comments. And make sure you like and subscribe and tell your friends if they're playing Grain Rot. If this helps you out, you know, spread the word. It really helps out the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.